Hi everyone, thank you all for tuning in. We want to welcome you to Engineers Ireland Steps Week 2021. The Engineers Ireland Steps programme is a non-profit outreach programme that promotes interest and awareness in engineering as a future career to school students through a portfolio of projects. Engineers Week would not be possible without continued support. STEPS is supported and funded by Science Foundation Ireland, the Department of Education and Skills, and industry leaders such as Arup, ESB, Intel and TII. We are here today to talk about women in engineering. Throughout the presentation, you will be hearing from 5 women in engineering, all from different backgrounds, age groups and engineering disciplines. We hope you enjoy. So first, who are we and what brought us to engineering?
Hi, my name is Rachael Gleeson. I did my bachelor's degree in biomedical engineering and I'm currently doing my master's in mechanical engineering at the University of Limerick. When I was in secondary school, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. My favourite subject was biology, so for a little while I thought I'd go into medicine. But as the CAO application date came closer and closer, I knew it wasn't for me. So I started asking around, what was something that I could do that would give me the best of both worlds, being able to help people and use my love of biology without becoming a medical professional. And that's when I was introduced to biomedical engineering. Instead of doing the surgeries, I would design the tools they used to do them. Instead of helping one person at a time, I could help hundreds. I found out exactly what engineers do. I'd always thought that engineers were a bunch of guys doing maths problems, just building buildings, and it's so much more than that.
Hi, my name is Rahim Ahmed. I'm a BIM technician from Patch Consulting Engineers. I come from a family that everyone was all about biology and becoming doctors, nurses, etc. Unfortunately, I wasn't a fan of biology at all. I love numbers and art. My love for numbers and art made me look for a career that was using numbers and art in bigger percentage than words. I found out about engineering, civil engineering to be specific. At that point, I also used to enjoy watching construction documentaries, and that became one of my dreams that I wish to be part of a housing project and see my work grow from the base to the end. And that's how I turned into civil engineering, and it's the best choice that I ever made. And I enjoy every single day of being a BIM technician.
Hi, my name is Grace Langley. I'm a second year mechanical engineering student at the University of Limerick. When I was younger, I loved to watch science TV shows such as Mythbusters and How It's Made. Seeing science experiments, how things were manufactured, and the manufacturing process in a factory really interested me in engineering. In secondary school, I studied physics, DCG, and construction. Being able to design and create items myself really made me believe that I could become an engineer. I chose to study engineering at UL as I could sample different types of engineering, and I finally chose mechanical engineering.
Hi, my name is Alicia Hanrahan and I'm a second year mechanical engineering student. I decided to study mechanical engineering based on my love of maths and DCG in secondary school. I really enjoyed the problem solving and the challenge that these subjects offered me. I became intrigued with the idea of turning my curiosity and creativity into a career and using my knowledge to help solve real-world problems. As a result of my fascination with how things worked and my interest in learning new things, engineering appeared to be an obvious choice of career for me. Now, having completed a year of my degree in mechanical engineering, I'm delighted with my decision to do an engineering course, as I've expanded my knowledge on the creation of effective, novel and accomplishable ideas.
Hi, my name is Rachael Purce and I am a second year biomedical engineering student at the University of Limerick. In secondary school, I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do in college. I knew my favourite subjects were art and physics, and I really liked maths too. I almost decided to go into science, but then I found engineering. Engineering seemed exciting because there were so many different options. I had an interest in the human body and figuring out how things worked, and that is why I decided to go into biomedical engineering. Deciding on engineering came about a bit randomly, but as soon as I discovered it, I was set on it. I love doing engineering every day because I can design, I can solve all sorts of different problems, and I get to work with some amazing other like-minded people who inspire me every day. I'm so glad that I chose to do engineering, as it has already given me so many opportunities to meet new people and to learn new things. Every day is different, and that's what really makes it exciting. We are all part of the Young Engineers Society Thomond region. We promote and encourage engineering in Limerick, Clare and Tipperary. We are all under 35 and we are a mix of college students as well as graduated engineers. Our aim is to spread awareness for engineering and to inspire others to join us and to do the same. If you'd like to know more, you can follow us on our Instagram or on LinkedIn by searching the Young Engineer Society Thomond region. Since we can't be there in person to answer your questions, we've created a list of commonly asked questions which you might be interested in knowing before choosing engineering.
In simple terms, engineers look at problems and find the solutions. And to find these solutions, engineers have to be imaginative, creative, determined. Engineers are futurists, they're optimistic, they're so hardworking.
Engineering is a very diverse career with so many opportunities. Engineers create good food, biosystems, agriculture and food engineers design systems to deliver high quality, safe and economical food to consumers. Engineers help create the look. Chemical engineers develop the industrial process used to make everyday products such as food, drinks, drugs, cosmetic, plastics and electronics. Civil, structural and environmental engineers design to construct the buildings and infrastructures that are essential to modern society. Biomedical engineers develop technologies and equipment to help save people's lives and improve their health. Engineers help us get there. Mechanical engineers, example, use their problem-solving skills to design machines and the technologies to improve our world. Engineers also keep us connected, e.g. electronic engineers design and develop the electrical and electronic equipment we use every day from mobile phones to microwaves. Electrical engineers harness the power of electricity to move the world around us. Computer and software engineers design and develop hardware, software and information systems for computer and mobile devices.
What subjects do I need for the leaving? Well, there are a lot of technical subjects. You could do construction, engineering, metalwork or DCG. A lot of universities prefer higher level maths, but many ITs take ordinary level maths. A creative subject is always brilliant to do, like art or anything with your hands or drawing or anything. That's really good to have as well.
If you don't do any of the subjects that we mentioned, there is no need to panic. There's loads of things that you can do. You could Google what engineers do or even watch some videos of days in the life of engineers. We've recommended a few on our Instagram at yes_Thomond region. You could reach out to the college that you're interested in and get in contact with lecturers in the course through the college's contact information. You could even reach out to local companies or friends and family who know engineers and get a bit of inside information of what working as an engineer might entail.
Looking back, I've come so far from first year in my undergraduate degree. My first project, and most likely your first project if you do study engineering at UL, was the egg drop challenge. It's an annual event, so that's why I know you probably will end up doing it as well. The aim of the game is to have your egg survive a 2-story drop without breaking. And the catch, of course there's always a catch, was that you couldn't use any sort of parachute. So we got creative. My team and I started brainstorming. And we'd actually watched Spider-Man the night before as like a group bonding exercise and got inspired by his web shooters and more specifically their suspension technology. And that was that. That's how we designed our design and our egg survived. So there's inspiration everywhere when you're an engineer.
First year of colleging was challenging but really enjoyable. I found the course really interesting and I especially liked attending the labs. At the labs we got a hands-on experience and it was really intriguing to see how the theoretical knowledge we gained in lectures translated into practical solutions for real-world problems. Once I finished my first year in college, I decided to choose mechanical engineering. I found that the extra year to decide your specific discipline of engineering was very helpful as it gave you time to try different types of engineering and make a well-informed decision at the end of the year.
I learned a lot my first year. I learned how to be independent and adapt to a new style of learning. I was worried that a subject I hadn't studied for a leaving cert might be necessary, but for our first semester, our lecturers covered a lot of information from lots of leaving cert subjects such as chemistry and physics. Being introduced to new machinery and working with new materials was definitely one of my favourite parts from first year. Meeting with friends in the library and talking about our most recent lectures or discussing a difficult concept was brilliant too.
My first year of college was a massive learning curve. I met loads of friends and tried lots of new experiences. In engineering, a lot of it was working with teams of people in labs and solving all sorts of different problems you never thought you would do. You might be using laptops, using different kinds of testing machines, or measuring different things with different tools. We learned a lot of new things, like computer coding, maths, using metal workshop machines, chemistry, and learning how to design things. Anything that I didn't have at Leaving Cert level, I learned in my first year of college. It was so diverse and there were lots of new things to do. There was loads of help and support along the way from friends and from teachers all around.
At the moment, I'm doing concussion research, so it's a bit of a step up from making sure an egg doesn't crack, but I really do enjoy it. I've ended up making a digital brain based off of MRIs, using software that you'll probably get to use if you do engineering in college. And I'm modelling sudden impacts, so people in a car crash or rugby players, that sort of thing. And basically I'm modelling what happens to the brain after they get hit. This is an attempt to better understand the biomechanics of mild traumatic brain injury. That's what a concussion can be defined as. And this research going forward can be really useful for medical professionals to better diagnose concussions and treat people who've suffered them.
The best project I've worked on so far would be the first project we did in our first semester of university. We had to protect an egg from falling from a height of 2 stories. We had lots of design specifications, including 50% of the egg's surface must be shown. We couldn't use a liquid. We couldn't use a parachute. So that was quite difficult to think of. We had lots of design ideas and we're split into teams. So my team decided that we would hold the egg in a Pringles tube, held in place by 2 pencils, and our project fell out the window and it didn't break. So it was a very successful project.
In our first year in college, we had a design, build and complete group project. We had to create and make a motorised model car to compete in a race against our classmates. Over the course of the semester, we used maths, physics and SolidWorks to create the best car possible. It was a great experience. Engineering is a perfect career for anyone who wants to make a difference in the world and help people improve their lives. If you're good at logical thinking, maths, enjoy creating new things and using your initiative, then engineering is for you. A career in engineering will give you many opportunities to travel, meet new people and use your creative side. If you enjoy problem solving, designing new, innovative solutions to problems, and teamwork, then you will find engineering a fulfilling career path.
If you are interested in becoming an engineer, you can follow Engineers Ireland on social media or sign up to their newsletter. Follow us at yes_Thomond region on Instagram to keep up with events that you could attend, such as engineers table quizzes, or even to meet a few people in the same boat. Sign up to STEPS newsletters or follow them on Instagram. Go to the STEP secondary school resources and find out how to do different engineering projects at home.
Engineering is fantastic as you can use your degree to work anywhere in the world. Across the world, engineering is a highly regarded degree and engineers are well paid for their skills. There are different routes to engineering, apprenticeships and university. There are engineering courses available at level 6, 7, 8 and 9. Each college has its own entry requirements for the engineering courses they offer. Review these carefully in the college prospectus or online before applying for a place. While science subjects are not usually compulsory for entry to engineering, many students do find themselves drawn to science subjects at school. While higher level maths is a requirement for many engineering courses, not every course requires it.
Got an engineering course in mind? Check your course is accredited by Engineers Ireland first. Accredited functions like a quality mark give you assurance in 3 important areas. Your chosen course meets standards of excellence defined by the engineering profession. Your final qualification will be recognised internationally. You'll have a clear, smooth route to a registered title, such as Chartered Engineer, Associate Engineer, or Engineering Technician. There are over 400 engineering courses at 3rd level all across Ireland, but not all of them are accredited by Engineers Ireland. Engineers Ireland undertakes accreditation visits to universities and institutes of technology at least every 5 years to ensure engineering and engineering technology programs meet international standards.
Engineering is for everyone. The profession is embracing diversity, and engineering is a career that is open to everyone. Engineers work in almost all industries from aviation, agriculture and space to healthcare, manufacturing and software, and everywhere in between. It's a great time to be thinking about getting into engineering. Engineers are in demand in many sectors right now, especially the software and IT industry, the medical devices sector and the pharmaceutical industry, and the energy and the environmental sectors. The engineering sector has huge opportunities. Ireland is the largest exporter of software in the world.
We're going to play a very short video on what it really means to be an engineer. Hopefully during the video you will see what it really means to be an engineer and the difference that you could make to the world.
What is an engineer? Well, look around. Our monuments are everywhere. We make and speculate, design, create and build. Then bridge the continents or search the stars. Bring information into every hand. Shape air and fire, sea and land. Each one an element with which we innovate, imagining how lives might be improved. To generate the new, the future now. Ingenious from backgrounds of all kinds, inventing at all ages for all time. With individual spirit and joined minds to tackle any challenge, far or near, is what it means to be an engineer.
Some key takeaway points from our presentation are: you don't have to be an Einstein to be an engineer. You don't need all of the Leaving Cert subjects. Anything that you don't have and you think you'll need, you will definitely cover in college. Anyone can be an engineer. If you want to change something in the world, then maybe engineering is for you. Never be afraid to reach out to us, the Young Engineer Society, or Engineers Ireland, or STEPS, or even a university for more information. Everyone would be more than delighted to help.
There's a lot that goes into studying engineering, a bit of time and effort, and a lot of abstract thinking, and yes, a good deal of maths. While maths wasn't my strongest subject in secondary school, there were so many supports to help you in college that it wasn't as much as an obstacle as I thought it was going to be. I would suggest that you go out and ask questions, do a bit of research on your own about the different types of engineering out there. There are so many. And yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to our presentation. Any other questions that you might have, don't be afraid to reach out to us at yes_Thomond region on Instagram or email us at thomondyes@gmail.com. We hope that you learned some information about engineering and maybe you'll consider it as a degree in college. Thank you and best of luck with your studies.